Well, let's look at, Ilhan Omar, who was voted into Congress by, a large group of people from Somalia who are in Minnesota, which is really far from Somalia. Or Mamdani, who was voted to be mayor, but by a majority of people who are not born in America. That's my understanding, at least. And then California is a big time situation. So I don't know. We just don't want to turn into a communist hellhole, basically.
All right, guys, well, Elon is just getting started on Ilhan Omar, but he is spot on. We have people in this country who are voting for people like Omar, and they're more concerned with their home country than they are the United States. And even if they are born here, it doesn't really matter. You know our favorite Somali pirate, Omar Fateh? Well, he was born here, yet when he was running for mayor of Minneapolis, he's waving a Somali flag at his rally. And people like Ilhan Omar aren't even trying to hide who they're working for. When Elon Musk saw this clip of Ilhan Omar, he accused her of treason.
jawaabteedu waxay ahayd dowladda Mareykanka waxay ka qabanaysaa wixii annaga aan dhahno dowladda Mareykanka qabo waa kalsoonidaas inaan isku qabno annaga Soomaali hadii aan nahay wadankan annaga ku nool wadankan wadankii aan annaga tax ka dhiibno waaye waa wadankii gabar idinka dhalatayne ee Congress-ka fadhiso intii aniga aan Congress joogo wadanka Soomaaliya biyaheeda dad kaleeta iyo badeeda dad kale ma qaadanayaan wadanka Mareykankana kuma taageerayo dad kaleeta in annaga ayna dhacaan marka taas ka seexda.
And when you hear that last line especially, it does sound a lot like treason. Sleep in comfort knowing that I am here to protect the interest of Somalia from inside the U.S. system. It's just disgusting, and she couldn't be more clear about who she's working for, and it's definitely not us. Now, when Elon Musk was asked when he was working for Doge what he thought the biggest problem was, take a listen to what he said.
I guess maybe like the biggest thing is that, I guess the biggest single thing is that there are massive transfer payments going to illegal immigrants, like massive. Essentially, we're paying people to come here from somewhere else in vast numbers, including flying them in. So, like, it's not like you need a border wall if you're flying them in. Then fast tracking them to citizenship and making them beholden to government payments, and voting hard left. That's essentially, it's like voter importation. If you create a gigantic money magnet to, you say, if anyone comes here from anywhere else, we're going to pay you tons of money, give you lots of free stuff. Come to America and get paid to do so. Like, you're going to get a lot of people taking up on that offer.
Now, Musk is right again. We're flying these people in and then giving them money once they get here. You know, an average refugee takes in over $2,500 a month. That's almost double what an average senior citizen gets on Social Security. And they paid taxes their whole life, worked hard, built the country, and that's what they get. So you got to ask why this would be going on. It is the Democrats flying in these people, making them citizens, and using them to stay in power. Elon Musk went at Ilhan Omar for doing exactly that by trying to import voters to stay in power. And this isn't the first time he's targeted her specifically. He put up a post on X explaining exactly what he thinks is going on, and he did not pull any punches. Musk said, "Once you understand the incentive, the reason for the behavior becomes obvious. They are importing a left voting bloc that depends on government handouts. A prominent example of this in America is Ilhan Omar and her Somali voting bloc in Minnesota, an area which used to be primarily Nordic German. The Post goes on to say, importing voters is a certain path to a single-party supermajority and has already happened at the state level in California and New York. It also explains why those states have banned voter ID in order to accelerate a permanent socialist supermajority, destroying any semblance of democracy. We stand on the precipice of disaster, an end to America. And that's the truth. They want these people to vote whether they're citizens or not. That's why they will not implement voter ID. And it's not just Elon Musk that's been targeting Omar. President Trump has been going after her, and he just did it again. He wants her gone. Take a listen to this.
I love this Ilhan Omar, whatever the hell her name is, with the little turban. I love her. She comes in, does nothing but bitch. She's always complaining. She comes from a country where, I mean, it's considered about the worst country in the world, right? They have no military, they have no nothing, they have no parliament. They don't know what the hell the word parliament means. They have nothing. They have no police. They police themselves. They kill each other all the time. I love it. She comes to our country, and she's always complaining about the Constitution allows me to do this. We ought to get her the hell out. She married her brother in order to get in, right? She married her brother. Can you imagine if Donald Trump married his sister? Beautiful. She's a beautiful person. If I married my sister to get my citizenship, do you think I'd last for about 2 hours, or would it be something less than that? She married her brother to get in. Therefore, she's here illegally. She should get the hell out. Throw her the hell out. She does nothing but complain.
Now, was that great or what? But President Trump and Elon Musk are right about everything. Can you imagine if we were in Somalia saying that we're going to work for the U.S. inside of their system? It would never happen, first of all, because they would never elect us. Even they're not that stupid. But it's the Democrats here taking advantage of us. Our communities look nothing like they did just 10, 15, 20 years ago. And that is the goal of the left, to completely replace the people who are here with new voters who are dumb enough to vote for them. But you know what? Maybe they're not dumb because they're giving them handouts. You have Minnesota with 88% of the people on welfare. They're scamming the system. You got people like Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz out there turning their back so the people can steal billions of dollars. Now, when is it going to end? And I think all of us are just totally fed up. When you got people like Elon Musk, he knows he's a minority in his own country of South Africa. He sees how he was being treated there. They're killing white people over there. So maybe we should think twice before allowing this to continue. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for more. Thanks, guys.